What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Valheim. As part of getting ready to fight bone mass, one of the things I wanted to do was build a better hut for our pigs. So as you can see, I tore down the tower, as I'll call it, and have proceeded to lay out the rough shape of our next pig pen. It is a build that I've found on the internet, simply, following YouTube and whatnot. It's something I liked, so, I figured I'd just use it. It was made by the B-Side multi-purpose breeder boar and wolf design. I'm probably going to throw up a little thing for it on the screen. And yeah, that pretty much will be what I'm following. How I start is he doesn't really explain how he kind of digs the hole. He just digs the hole and that's it. So what I like to do is I like to kind of get it square to figure out which direction the world grid is facing, and then do a 1 meter by 1 meter little pieces of wood off of the corner, and then put down a post into the ground. And then put another post up off of it. So when we tear it down, now we have our centering post, and we can find it. And then I'd like to use the 4-foot meter beams, because he says to build it a 12 by 12. So 3 of them, bam, 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 12 meters. And now we have our deal. So, but yeah, so we're just going to dig our hole and build up our ground, kind of, do what we have to do to make the dirt flush with our boards and get into the build. So, we'll do a quick montage of it and should have the boars' new home up and ready. So, I'll see you guys after the montage. Okay. So our new pig structure is done. I mean, it's like 90% done. We still have to get pigs in there and get it all set up, but besides that, all done. Oh, good. Good, they left. That's amazing. Alright. But yeah, but this will be how we get the pigs up. We're just going to have them walk up, and then, into the 4 different spots we need them to be. Those stairs will be more of our permanent way up. Once we get this out of the way and whatnot, we'll build a nicer path up there. I was thinking maybe 2 paths off of it, but then I remembered we had to have the stone wall over on this side, so I decided against it. There's another reason why I pushed it over, is that it was too close to our defense wall for just in case we got some trolls stuck in there or something. I didn't want them to be able to smack anything. So that's why we kind of pushed it over a little bit. But yeah, no. So, pretty much done for the most part. We got our little airlock for when we come in and take care of business and get our bacon. So it's all taken care of. Now, you would expect me to immediately want to use these pigs. And you wouldn't be wrong. These would have been the pigs to use. Because we already had them. They're already here. The thing is that I had already found some 1-star pigs that I had marked on the map. And had planned on going back and getting them when we were doing a more permanent structure. Like we have now, which is kind of way over here on the west side of our map, kind of up over here. I started building a bridge, which is this little section right here. So, which that's actually kind of cool that it actually updated my bridge on there. Why doesn't it? Or is that just I think that's just coincidence. Oh my god, I cannot speak right now. But anyways, I was building a bridge and stumbled upon a 2-star boar instead. And I've decided that I'm going to sail them back home instead of trying to get them to chase me all the way through this black forest. And it's a really long way to have an angry animal chase you. So I figured just go there and tame the 2-star boar, breed it, have some extras, and bam, load some up onto a boat and try sailing them over and bringing them into the base. So that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna go gather up our 2-star boars and get our food situation way more prepared for after bone mass. That's what this is for. This isn't necessarily for bone mass. This is for after bone mass. When we start getting mortar, probably modder or motor or mooter. I mean, it all kind of depends on how you want to pronounce it. I'm probably gonna call it modder or motor. But yeah, the dragon boss, the frost dragon boss, in the mountains, the mountain boss. So that's what this is for. This is actually preparations for that boss. And why we're doing that is because that boss sends sky raids that can fly and kill our pigs if we don't have them sheltered properly. So I would rather get a nice proper shelter for them. So, I mean, we'll have to seal it up and get it finished up and whatnot. But, yeah, so I'm going to go gather up some boars and stuff. And once I get those 2-star boars, I'll bring you guys back and show you how we load up pigs into the farm and everything and get it working. Okay, well, I wanted to bring you in and give you a little update on how it's going with upgrading our boars. We've got 2 breedable 2-stars and an extra piggy. I was just going to leave a breeding pair here and try to transport the offspring, just so that way, if anything happens, we can, recover from it, basically. So, but yeah, no, I got the boat. It's sitting over here. This is my bridge here, so that's kind of cool that, for some reason my bridge showed up on the map. I don't know why I updated like that, but, that nice little touch, because that is my bridge. When my boat's sitting there next to the bridge, I initially thought the bridge was a waste after finding that 2-star boar, but, it worked out. Oh yeah. So, I went sailing from over here because this is where our boat was. And I just felt it was easier to start sailing. And I started heading west because I'm like, I need to find a, what are the floating island thing? I think it's called a Leviathan? Leviathan. Because I knew I needed a abyssal harpoon because it's basically the only way you can get a leash. It's at least what I really use it for, is to leash piggies around or leash sea serpents and drag them on shore and stuff and whatnot. So, but figured this would be super useful to help get the pigs from way up here all the way down here. That's what do we mark that with? A little house? Yeah, we'll mark that the house. Just call it a dock. But yeah, so we gotta drag the pigs from here all the way down there, then get them on the boat, and then sail home. And I don't think the longboat's gonna fit through here, which means we gotta take the long way home. So hopefully that's not too big of an adventure, but we'll see. I'll probably montage it. But yeah, once I'm ready to start transporting pigs, make a montage and bam, we'll go from there. Okay, so it's been a long time for me and only a moment for you since that cut for me promising to show you guys me sailing some pigs. I did not sail the pigs because I did sail the pigs. I forgot to record me sailing the pigs. The weather wasn't cooperating with me in game and stuff, and just by the time I got it and was sailing them, I forgot to hit the record button. So it is what it is. But what we do have is just a ton of 2-star boars now. We've got 4 of them up top. We'll go up there and see them in a second. But yeah, as you can see, we have all of the bacon. We have so much bacon that now we're just going to start There's so much bacon, we're tired of chopping bacon. And we don't have enough space for all of the bacon. So we'll have to come back. If I come back, I mean just start shoving it all in the chest here. With the butchery knife. Butchery knife. And now we should have more than enough boar meat to last us into the foreseeable future. And leather scrap. I mean, if I need leather scrap and I run out of leather scrap at this point, there's something wrong. But yeah, so we got plenty of resources for food now, and for the wolves and the mountain biome when we get ready to go tame them. We have way more bacon than, we know what to do with. But yeah, so this is our, what is it, the west wing of our manor, seaside manor that we're building. I decided to go with a semi-open ceiling concept, so we have like a two stories, but we can look all the way up. We will be living in here for the moment while we renovate that side and build the rest of the manor, but this is where all the cooking and everything's going to be happening. We got a nice looking, at least I feel it's a nice, decent looking roof. I'll probably end up changing this out for a nicer looking roof, like a tar roof or a shingle roof or something, or, basically not a thatch roof. But, build with what we work with for right now. So if it looks a little plain, that's because there's things I plan on changing out before the build is finally done. But just wanted to get the bones up and of it first, so at least we had a nicer place to live. So you're wondering why some things may be nice and round and look somewhat final, and other things are like over here look really rough. Well, that's because that place is still under renovation. But yeah, so this is gonna be our kitchen when it's all said and done. We've got the iron cooking station. I put in the wooden cooking stations. We've got our spice rack. We got our cauldron. I do need to put in a separate spot for the mead, for meads. So we will have to decide on another location to potentially use to vent smoke to make meads. And I'm thinking outside. Outside? No. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Like I said, none of it's final. Oh, right here I feel like it would be perfect. We can just put maybe a little hole in the wall or something, and put a little bump out on it. And just have it kind of extend out a little bit more, and just maybe the one spot that doesn't have the floor expand out. Oh no, it's in. Damn. Okay. So, like I said, clearly a work in progress, but that's the main concept of it. We'll have to figure out where to put the meat kettle at some point. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, so we basically need to move, essentially, tear this place down, and keep building, but we still need to gather way more resources. So we're not quite at the point where we're just gonna just tear this place down and never use it again. So we still have a lot more stuff we gotta work on, a lot more stuff we still have to do. So just wanted to update you guys on, or my progress, I guess, basically. Getting ready to fight Bone Mass, and you might be wondering, why am I building instead of fighting the boss? Well, like I said, it's because I'm more preparing for the next biome, not our current biome. So, having a more fleshed out base, I feel, just, gets us more prepared for further into the game and not our current situation. So, just kind of trying to plan ahead a little bit. So, let's see, what else do we need? We got all the turnips, stuff, onions. Yeah, I mean, basically now we just need to gather more iron, really. Just for more builds and stuff and whatnot, and stone and wood, and, just general grinding and gathering. I do need to go and build a Surtling core farm. And I'm thinking, actually, not up there by the boss. I'm thinking down here. Because down here I saw two of them that were really nice and close to each other that we could use. And set up a teleporter there and just be able to grind out coal and stuff without having to spend wood. So I think that's going to be the next project that I have to go work on, is essentially infinite coal. I don't think I showed you guys this yet. I've done so much work in between edits. We got twig. We got enough stuff for twig. And I have started to lay out our portal network. I still need to put some signs and flush out like maybe some trees and grass and make it look a little bit nicer, but I'm starting to lay it out back here. So we got our blueberry farm. I'm gonna call it our blueberry farm, and that's way over here. We've got like 4 or 5 like little sections of like big patches of blueberries way out here that we go gather for our blueberries. And then this one is to Haldor. And then we need to put another one for the bone mass. And I don't think I set up a portal for the elder over here. Because that is kind of a bit of a run we set her. Oh. Yeah, no, I don't think we have a teleporter over here yet. If we do, I probably named it Elder, but I don't think I put a teleporter. If we don't, I'm going to have to go out there and put a teleporter. Because I want to set up at least one teleporter for each boss fight. So that's what, like 7 more teleporters at least for the bosses. We do need to set up a teleporter for the Bog Witch. Do we want to make the run there? Do we want to put something closer here? I feel like making the run gives me chances to fight abominations and Draugr and stuff for intestines and leeches for, leech drops. I forget what they drop. It's been a minute. I don't think we've killed any leeches yet in this run. So I've been busy with other stuff. But yeah, so we're working on that. We're just it's coming along. I definitely feel like, it's looking nicer and nicer and less like, a random mess. So I've definitely gained, liking it a lot more. It's looking a lot nicer. At least to me it is. So And that's just our kitchen. And I gotta build something super nice for us to actually, like, sleep and live in with, like, some sort of grandeur. Yeah, we're gonna have to step it up with the build to add for the center. I definitely like how that side part looks. It looks real nice. At least I think it looks good. So, but what else do we need to do? I just got into builder mode, so I'm just like, I'm not sure right now. Guess we need to go gather more resources so we can finish building, I guess. Do we I kind of want to go build somewhere else, at least build something else besides a house. I'm kind of thinking about maybe going and setting up the Surtling thing, so I think I'm going to go do that, and I'll bring you guys back in once I've got that set up. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, so this will probably be the final checkup for this episode, and we'll move to the next one. But no, planted a nice tree. We're getting some nice decoration going on over here in our portals. I've actually made a third one. It's called coal. Where this takes us is our very unfinished swamp base. And what we have over there, we have one Surtling fire mound, and over there we have a second one. Actually, as we spawned in, apparently a bunch of Surtlings just spawned and turned into some free coal for us. So we can go down there and gather that up. This is all built off of the indestructible trees. It takes used two? Yeah, two of them. They're basically like right next to each other. Oh, yeah. And bam. How much coal is that? That is 16 coal. And all I did was walk through a portal. And you have to chop no trees. And I had to do nothing. I mean, I had to plant some ground a little bit and build a portal and build a tree house. But I mean, besides that, this thing's paying out dividends. I mean, we even had this crypt over here that I don't think I finished. That's full of iron. Well, I guess that one decided to spawn some Surtlings. So let's just actively gather up those resources. Between the two of them, we got almost 30 coal and 4 Surtling cores. I mean, at this point, as long as we continue to plant like birch trees and oak trees, I mean, portals are free. I mean, so is smelting at this point too. I mean, it doesn't cost us anything. Maybe some time, but I mean, I can go make some dinner or lunch or something while I'll sit here and gather up all the coal we need. So yeah, it's doing pretty good. I mean, clearly I gotta finish it, put a roof on it, and a few other things, but yeah, no, it's coming along pretty good. Like I said, this isn't meant to be super elaborate, but at least nice enough to keep the random enemies from seeing us and attacking us and stuff. So yeah, no, I know today's episode was very build heavy, but that's because we actually had a lot of things we needed to get built in preparation to go further into the game. We needed a better source of boar meat, Excuse me, hiccups need to go away. I just feel like we need a nicer place to live, and a more appropriate kitchen and stuff, and a better place to just put all the things you need for comfort and stuff. So just need to get that prepared and ready. And then, infinite coal, so that way we can quit chopping trees down for both building and coal production. That's kind of part of the reason why I really don't have that much wood, is because I've been burning half of what I've been chopping. So, but yeah, no. So I feel like that's probably going to be it for this episode. I feel pretty accomplished. Did a ton this episode. I mean, look at this crazy building. 2 buildings we got. We got our improved pig farm over there. We have the start of our manor, seaside manor. Was this the west wing? The west wing is mostly built. It's not decorated, and probably going to change the roof out, but it's at least here. It exists. We can use it. We just need to tear that all down and build the center and east wing. I think the east wing we're going to turn into the blacksmith. So it'll probably be over on this side somewhere. Will be the smithy. And back here in the back, we'll have to figure out our layout for smelting and ore production and stuff and whatnot. But we'll get that as we get all the buildings we need and the resources buildings and resources we need. So with that, hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Don't forget to like and subscribe.